Powerful galactic beings, welcome back to another video. The ethers of the planet are thick with disembodied spirits. All of them may not necessarily be evil, many are just earthbound spirits of a lower vibrational frequency who are still attached to their addictions or perhaps too apprehensive of what lies ahead, fear of going to hell, fear of the unknown and fear of punishment. Most of the addicts are kept earthbound by their lust and craving for alcohol, sex, drugs, and so on. The unresolved cravings and addictions do not die with the body, but they intensify even more without the outer, dense physical body to cushion their undesirable feelings. Moreover, it is impossible to gratify their gross cravings without the physical body. The only way they can appease their tormented souls is to obsess the people on earth, who like themselves, are addicted to undesirable substances, and derive the pleasure through the bodies of the incarnates. If you could see with a clairvoyant vision, you would be horrified to witness that the bars and other shady places of debauchery are packed with the discarnate beings attached to the bodies of the people, engaged in such debased activities, and deriving gratification through them. Dabbling with occultism is yet another sure way to invite the dark entities into your being and life. The Ouija-board, planchette, and such games are an open invitation to the lower entities to enter into your being and world. Then, once they have made their place, they are not easy to get rid of. Voodoo or black magic is commonplace all over the world. The main intention behind the black arts is to cause harm or to do away with their victims out of pure malice, intense jealousy, hatred, and rivalry. In this, the practitioner is fully aware of his or her act and uses it willfully to attack their victims by invoking the malevolent spirits. Mysterious symptoms of discomfort, aches and pains, signs of deep melancholy, loss of appetite and constant, unreasonable fear are some of the classic signs that indicate you are under a hex. Here are the 11 signs that you are being attacked by the forces of the unseen realm are. Number 1. Depression. One of the main telltale signs of a person under psychic attack is deep depression. Depression is a state where a person is steeped in a dismal gloom and is filled with intense, cold fear. This happens when a dark entity is attached to the energy field of the person and grips his heart and mind, so that the person loses all interest in life. His energy is completely sapped and the light of life is snuffed out of his eyes as he surrenders himself to hopelessness and despair. He experiences extreme fear, nervousness, and negative thoughts which are often suicidal. There is no medical remedy for this. Medication can only suppress the symptoms and not heal the actual affliction. The only remedy, in such situations, is to bring in the light of God into and around your entire being. In holistic healing, the healer cleanses the energy body and recharges the entire being with the pure universal energy, thereby dispelling the darkness and uplifting your spirit to face life with renewed vim and vigor. Number 2. No hunger or thirst. Loss of appetite is yet another sign that a person is under the influence of some evil force. The afflicted person has no desire to eat or drink. It is like he is enshrouded in a dark cloud which cuts him off from every bit of sunshine and happiness. He confines himself in his room in an engulfing wretchedness, fear and hopelessness. Number 3. Change of personality. In extreme cases, the person's behavior takes over a new personality, quite unlike his own, and can be quite aggressive. There is a conspicuous change in his comportment, his language, and personality. In some cases, a person experiences hallucinations of the worst kind. Medical science brushes it off as schizophrenia or mental disorder, thereby treating the person with all kinds of drastic medication. Number 4. Confusion. Confused mindset is a typical symptom of a psychic attack. A person loses his sense of comprehension and finds it difficult to participate in ordinary conversation. He looks spaced out and quite removed from all that is going on around him. Number 5. Untraceable symptoms. Upon medical examination, the results of the medical report will invariably come out clean and normal. It will not show any traces of the physical maladies which the person is suffering from. Moreover, a clear report will mystify the medical faculty and thereby declare that the patient is psychosomatic. When the cause of a person's malady is beyond the understanding of medical science or undetectable under medical diagnosis, then it is a sure sign that the patient is a victim of some diabolic attack. Such cases can be successfully resolved by the spiritual healers and light workers. Number 6. Success is ever evasive to you. Strangely, you are not able to achieve your dreams regardless of how deserving you may be and how hard you may strive to work towards it. Your life is racked with ill-fated situations. Opportunities have stopped knocking on your door, and when they do, they just slip right through your fingers. Your goals for success remain unfulfilled and you have no respite from your financial crunch. Number 7. Rift in relationships. Your strong, loving relationship is in jeopardy as you find yourself engaged in frequent arguments and fights with your beloved over minor issues. You can sense a dark, impending gloom hovering inside your house. Your family life is strained and you are constantly feeling sorrowful for no apparent reason. Nothing feels good to you. Happy relationships with your best friends suddenly break off due to some uncalled-for misunderstanding. You find yourself cocooned in loneliness and sorrows with no light of love and companionship. Number 8. Irritability. You are no longer lighted-hearted and free as you used to be. You have lost your sense of humor and have become overly sensitive. You take things personally and misinterpret the innocent talk and jibes of people as malicious provocations. Your intolerance is alienating you from your friends and making it hard for you to live in harmony with people around you. Very often, you are overcome with sudden bouts of anger which could even lead to violence in the worst case. Number 9. Paranormal occurrences. Occasionally you may chance to see a dark shadow from the corner of your eye as though someone just passed by. Another common phenomenon is you are suddenly woken up from your deep sleep to someone calling out your name, and when you wake up everything is still and eerily quiet. Sometimes you will hear footsteps as though someone is walking in some part of the house or perhaps some object crashing on the floor without any reason, especially if the object has a spiritual relevance, like a photo frame of a saint or deity, for example. The intention of the lower entities is to debilitate your spirit with fear and panic so that you are too weak to seek divine help. When your energy is low, you cannot fight them off. This makes it easier for them to seek residency in your mental and emotional body for continual control over you. Number 10. Paranoia. A person exhibits signs of paranoia where he suspects and doubts the intentions of every person he meets, especially of those who are his well-wishers and loved ones. He tries to scrutinize the intent behind every harmless word or remark and believes that people are out to get him. His misconstrued convictions are the cause of his erratic fears and anger. When in the presence of his friends, colleagues, and associates, such a person is always on the high alert for signs, gestures, and body language of others that could suggest ridicule and contempt. He has problem admitting his faults and becomes aggressively defensive to justify himself. He takes life too seriously because he is always on guard, always tense, always suspicious about what is going on behind his back. This leads him to go to the extremes to validate himself as a righteous person. Deep within, he wants to be accepted for who he is. He therefore takes every opportunity to bend backwards to please people, hoping to be in their good books. Obstructions in your spiritual practices. Each time you desire to pray or meditate, you are overcome with a deep sense of lethargy. Your spirit longs for the spiritual light, but your mind is ever making excuses to thwart your spiritual endeavors. Moreover, when you do sit to meditate, your mind is crowded with thoughts screaming for your attention. You are distracted by outside sounds. You experience a lot of physical discomfort. Your mind is wrestling with so much going on with you that you end up feeling tired and worse than ever. In reality, the negative forces are working hard to dissuade you from living in the light. The only way to beat these obstructions is to be staunch in your effort to turn to the light. When your will is strong and resolute, the evil must withdraw. I hope this video was really helpful. See you in the next video. Peace, love, and life.